Carol Nee, and I am going to show you how to put these cards from the May card kit together. This is one, this is one, this is one, and this is one. So if you'll bear with me, we will get this going, and we're going to start with the Silly Old Bear. And let me see, I just want to get my stuff put together here. Alright, so the Silly Old Bear is a two-stepper. Mine says two-step stamper card. So oh, and I didn't glue that on, so let me get that home, just because I added it at the last minute. Okay. Alright. So this is on pecan pie. And you see it sits like this. Hold on a minute. See if I can see what's going on here. Okay. So it sits like this. This little steps out, and you open it, and you can write your sentiment in there, okay? So I'm going to set this right here, and we will get going. This card is what is it, 4 1/4 by 11. And it is, okay, so it's scored. You go a 1/2 inch down when you have a paper like this on your score. Not your score. Well, no, it has to be your trimmer. So you have to put this then, I think that's probably like this, at, oh shoot, I forgot what it was. It's at 2 inches. Maybe I should read my notes. 2 1/2 inches, okay? And then you score 2 1/2 inches. Yeah, that was this way. 2 1/2 inches. And then you score between, you see, you score between 1 1/4 and 3 3/4. So 2 1/2, and you're gonna, you already have this already done for you, but you score between the 1 1/4 and the 6 3/4. So score down like this to the 6 3/4, and then you score above the slit. You score at 1 1/4 here, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, and then 6 3/4. Okay, so I've already done that, and then below the line you score at 5 1/2. So yours are already all scored and done for you. So is mine. So the first thing we're supposed to do is to burnish all score marks. So I'm gonna just fold them down here. Oh, that's the front. I want this on the front. I want this on this side. So this goes like this. Did I do it right? And this comes back this way, like that. Okay, let's see, like this. So once you get it all folded, that's not right, that folds back. There we go. So you will have, your card will look like this. 2 steps. Okay? Get those burnished, and then we're just going to add our pieces to it here. So you should have, let's see here, a 4 by 4 piece of Very Vanilla, which I'm going to put in first. And this is the inside of the card. Oops, I got glue everywhere. Let's see. It's going to go just below the lowest score mark here. I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess. Okay. And then we're going to layer our, what in the world? Hold on. I have to make sure that I don't get glue everywhere, so let me get it off my fingers. I don't know how I got on there so quickly already. I've just started. Okay. So we're going to take the bigger piece here, and then this is Peaceful Pine, and it's done with the stone think it's called Stone and Vine embossing folder. So we're just going to layer our pieces. Hopefully I did everything right. I'm not going to have to cut something here. And then we'll layer this one. I want the embossed side up, so I am putting glue on the debossed side. And let's see. Oops, make it straight, make it pretty, okay. And this one, where's my card? Yes, this is one of the easier, I mean, they're all pretty easy. It's just the time consuming or more steps involved on the others. Okay, we'll try to get that a little even. Okay, then you can add them to your card. So we got our layers done, and now we'll put them on the card. So I've got this one down here. Just with a little border going all the way around. This one. Oh, I don't think I got any of my stamp sets ready to use. Let's see. This one I just, yeah, goes all the way to the bottom down there. All the way to the score mark. And then this one, I didn't even that up very well, but okay. And then we have Tigger that we're going to put over here, and we have these honey pots that you can put them on the front, or you can put them on inside, or wherever you want to put them. And this is all from the DSP, the Celio Bear DSP. And then stamp a sentiment here. Oh, and also what I did was, let me get my ink, and I need a code. Let's see, Celio Bear. Sweet old friends. Okay, is this the right one? No. It's the Sweet Labels, or something like that. Of course, okay. I'm not quite sure where my stamp set is for that. I don't know where it could be, but it came out of the words and labels. It's got to be right here. Yep. Okay, sweet words and labels. So I did the best kind of days, or the days spent together. So I might as well just do that. Really cute stamp set. It's got not only, this was a sweet, so it was not only this, it was also the Sweet Old Bear stamp set and dies. So I'm going to take this, oh, I did that in pecan pie, and I also took, so what I mean or say in the tutorial is that I just get a little ink on my ink pad here, on a brush, on a sponge, on something, and then I just want to do a little swirl of color. I probably didn't take enough off, but there you go. That's what I meant, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the pecan pie ink. Okay, so we're just going to take this and we will stamp it right here. Okay, just gives it a little bit of something something so it's not plain. Okay, let's see, and then I say, I believe, to put this on dimensionals. Yes, let's use my reach. Get my dimensionals here. Looks like enough. And then just put this right here in the center. And then we add our little sweet old bear. Add our sweet old bear, just gonna put adhesive like on the top half of him. Sweet old bear. He can stand on the bottom step too, or you can, and then let me get on Tigger, I didn't do him. Probably should move him over a little bit, but then his tail sticks out. And okay, so there you go. Number 1 card, the 2-step stamper card. Okay, let me get my stuff cleaned up here and put away, and we will move on to card number 2, which is the, I always forget what it's called, Scenic Coast or something. I think it's Scenic. I don't know. And this is how I store my stamps and my die cuts together in the same thing. Okay, let's see. So we've got Sweet Old Bear done. Next, here's my Scenic Coastal. Let me find that stamp set so that I can have that right. I've done this last time. There we go. Sweet Old Friends. Okay. Alright, so this card opens like this. It's a shadow box. Isn't that pretty? The paper's gorgeous, so you know. If you have the paper, you already know that it's gorgeous. So let's get to hopping on this one here. Hopefully all my pieces are the way they should be, and I know what I'm doing here. Okay, so you should have 2 of the Scenic Coast papers. One is just a little bit narrower, about a 1/4 inch narrower than the other. I think they're the same size though. And then your little pieces, and then that's for the sentiment. So let me put that away. And you should have 2 Highland Heather, the same size. Same size. And then you should have, where's my, oh no, I don't have my other piece. Okay, we'll have to probably do that piece. Well, let me get my berry bushel out. Let's see if we can get that cut out. It's not hard to cut out, but I have to do the, oh my goodness, why? What did I do with it? Okay, so let me find my notes so I know how to cut this out and what to do here. And this is the shadow box. Oh, it's on the same page. Okay, so the part that makes the shadow box is 8.5 by 5.5, so that's like a normal base. 8.5 by 5.5. I apologize, this should have been done, and I thought it was. And then it's scored at a 1/2 inch to a 1/2 inch for it. A 1/2 inch, 4 1/4, 1 1/4, and 4 3/4. So, that means I don't have my other piece. Get that cut. So then you have these shimmer, this specialty paper, the shimmer line paper, and that piece is 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. Let's get that cut. 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. I'll have to do the, I'll have to cut out the arch too. The arches over there. Okay. So, this is also a normal size, except for the fact that it's 8 1/4 instead of 8 1/2, so there's like 1/4 of an inch cut off. It's a 1/2 inch really. So let's do what we can here before I have to go over to the stamp and emboss machine. So this is the back. The side that is shorter is the back. So we're going to put on our bigger layer. This is all I had left, so mine's going to be a little bit different than yours. I'm going to have to order more because that paper is gorgeous. Okay. So I'm going to do the front. Just put it together, put your layers together. Layer this on here. All right. Then do next. Get this. Let me go ahead and burnish this. We don't have to do it right now, but burnish all my score marks. Here's one. And then here's one. And that's it. So it goes together. So this will be on the outside edge. So once we have that cut out, this is going to be like this. We're going to put, this is going to get glued in like, because you got to have that hangs out. So when it's flat, you see, it makes the size of the card. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to put these together. Actually, this goes on here like this. Did I do my, no, it looks like I didn't do my, probably did my Highland heather a little too wide. Not quite sure. Yeah. I did. So it's supposed to be, let me see if I can get that in there. Probably have it in my notes, but that should be 3 1/2. So let me make this 3 1/2, and then we can move on. Oh, that goes inside. Sorry, this goes on here. These go like this. I'm getting myself all confused. always something. I always forget something. Okay. You remember that back in the day? When I went to somebody's house for a party, I would always forget something. Okay, that's my inside layer over this side here. It's going to go over here like this. But we're going to wait because I want to do these things. So we have birds, and there's the lighthouse that we're going to color, and the sailboat that we're going to fix, and let's leave the birds in there for a moment. So your sailboat, you're going to cut off. Come on. You're just going to leave the sails. See this card here? You're just going to have the sail. Both of the sails. Just like that. So then we're going to take our pecan sailboat, and we're just going to add the sails to it. Okay. Make sure that it covers it. There you go. So there's your sailboat, and that can go anywhere you want in your ocean or whatever. This glue down. Okay. And we can add the birds. Hopefully they didn't go flying away. And yeah, I should have put the adhesive back on these, but I did not. It was on my stuff. Flying away. Let's just put it away, and then it won't be flying away. Okay. So I'm going to just add adhesive to the bird, just a little. This one here, and this one. Dab. And put this one up here like that. And then the little baby one, or just, that's the side. I put that one back here, but it can really go anywhere. Okay. Then I stamped the sentiment wherever this note finds you. I didn't like the way that it looked on the white and just plain. I felt like it took up way too much space, but I wanted something. So what I did, stamp it. I think I did that in the secret. See? Let's see. Now you probably could, I wonder if I'm going to experiment. Experiment? Yes. So I have the Barely Blush shimmer. That's what I used on this. I did it after I stamped. So I'm going to see about maybe putting some on beforehand and then stamping. See how that works out. And then I just trimmed around. I might let this sit before I stamp on it and we cut it and all that. just thought that that gave it a softer look. I don't know why I'm trying to get the whole thing because I'm going to cut it. But, so, you see how that's going to look nicer. I'm sure that's probably already dry, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp. You know, I'm a little impatient. Wherever this note finds you, there. It worked. So I colored after and I colored before. So I know that when I started to color, it looked like it started to smear. So, and then I just you know, kind of go around so it's not so large. But that's what I did, and you can do entirely whatever you want to do. You know, it's your car. There. Ta-da! All right, and this is up on dimensionals also. And then I can remember how I'm supposed to put this card together. All right, let's see. Okay. And I added Sunset Gems, which are in, I sent to you all. So I used the lighter ones, but you know, it depends on what your card, what your DSP looks like, really what you want to use. So let me see if I can, oh for goodness sakes. I don't know, what do we want to put on it? The lighter ones, or, let's just go for orange ones on this one. If I can even pick them up. One down there. I'll put one up here. I'm going to actually put two up there. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, and now we have to do the inside, which I'm going to have to cut mine. Let me just make sure I'm going to cut it. It's got to be cut on this side. This is the way it goes. Right? Let's see. You got to make sure. Yeah. You see, I can try to take it apart, and it is, yes. So let me cut out my arch. Is it this one? I think that one's too small. Put my big one away. Nope, here it is. Okay, hold on, I will be right there. I just want to, it's hard to make it, oh, you know what? I can glue mine down. I didn't have to, I couldn't glue yours down, but I could glue mine down before we cut it. So let's do that. So it doesn't move. And actually it needs to be closer to the edge because it's so skinny. That's what I should have done. Way closer to the edge. Oh. I need it right here. In between my score marks. Okay, I'll be right back. Please hold. Encanto. Still gotta tape it down, so hold on. It's so gonna leave such a thin little. What you see on your cards? Oh my goodness! Come on. I feel like. Okay, so we have this. So you should have this. So you need to glue your piece down. Okay, and then I need glue on this piece. The back side of the card. We're gonna put glue on here. I got a terrible glue bottle. Is this? Now, put your score mark up to, well, put the back of your card up to the score mark. See, because when it's folded then, let me just show you, when it's folded, it makes the full size of the card. And then you're going to put glue on this piece. Or adhesive, whatever you want to put. And then we're just going to fold this over like that. Hold it for a second. And we can color the whatever that is. Lighthouse. I thought I had my colors here. What colors did I do it? Okay, so I need, let me get my, I believe that's what I use. So let's see. Well, we'll know when we start coloring, right? So I colored the top and then the lines and the roof of the other house. Oh, can't be that one. That one doesn't work. Can't be that. What did I use? Hold on. Oh, I got something here. Why doesn't that work? I shouldn't put the things away. I should keep them right here by me, but since it's colored on gray, it's hard to see which color it was. So it looks like that. And then I did these little lines. Part of the. Okay, then I did all these. This color is dark real red. Doesn't look like red, does it? Okay, and then we'll do the roof of this house. Is that enough? Okay, and then the grassy knoll area. I like to say. We're gonna do some browns. I'm just gonna put browns in here like this. I probably need a darker one. And then put some green. This is, no, we don't want that one. Let's try this. A dark mossy meadow. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's better. You just want to kind of blend them. So I'm going to get a darker brown after I put some of this grassy, mossy meadow on. It's almost like a camouflage. But you know, if you think about it, sand dunes and there's little pieces of grass in it. And so, get a shade. Too darker. That's dark crumb cake. We'll try. I have a bronze that I always like to use for things. So let's see if we can shade that in. Okay. Just try to get this finished up here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you see what I'm doing. You add your green, then you can blend in your colors together. And you've got a, I think that's going to be blue. Alright, so this is my new card. This is the card I'm making. So see? And then we can put this piece over here. Stamp whatever you want to stamp on it. That's where you sign your card, do all your stuff, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then you can slide this piece in. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to just put glue on here. See, it's very simple, but my goodness, sure makes a statement. Let's see. So get that slid in there like that. Make it even. And then I'm going to glue that in like that. Looks like maybe I should have colored a piece over here. Hang on, let me do it just because I'm not going to want to have to try to do it inside the card. Glue or adhesive right here and down here. And stick it, it's kind of hard to do with the, like that. I see a piece over here I should have colored. So I'm just going to push it over. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, isn't that card pretty? I love it. I love it if I do say so myself. I think that's a prettier background, but like I said, that's what I have left. And sometimes it looks like that. So there is the Wherever This Note Finds You card. Okay. Next, let me get this put away and we'll get to the next card, which is the tiered wiper card. It's a tiered wiper. Just a little stuff to get this cleaned up a little bit better. Beautiful set. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. You know, I used it last month also. Okay, Sunset Coast. The name of the stamp set is Sunset Coast, and Sunset Coast dies. The paper, I think, is Scenic. Coastal Scenic something. Alright, wiper card, tiered wiper card. Let's see. Alright, so the tiered wiper card, which is my Halloween card, and you know how I feel about Halloween. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so this card, if you pull it, well, this one, mine on that one's screwed up because I've been messing with it so much. And ta-da! But not only does it do that, it opens. I'm sorry. Okay. So, this is pumpkin pie. And then this is the two-tone black that has, you know, when you take your, I'm trying to say, when you take your, what is this called? Sanding block or nail file or whatever, you want to expose some of those white fibers before we adhere it to the orange. Okay, it's really to your liking, however you want that done. And this is embossed with the Swirls of Magic, I think it's called, embossing folder. Awesome embossing folder. I'm going to try to do a little bit more on the bottom corner here because that's where the other layers, you're going to have another layer done there. And for it to adhere, you might want to sand that corner down a little bit more. Okay. And actually on all of them, except for the front one, you don't need to do it too. Isn't that just the coolest? Oh gosh. It's the little things that make me happy. Okay. One more. And this. Oops. Okay. Now, let me get my other pieces here. So this is my card, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And varnish my edges. I'm gonna get this piece put down because this goes right on the front. Then we're gonna layer the other pieces. So I did all that on the black side, not the lighter black or the dark gray. I did it on the black side. So the embossed side. Okay. And then just take your other pieces and add, adhere the layers accordingly. Layers for now because we'll have to do the mechanism. Also has this layered on it, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to use my tree, the bigger moon. Let me see if I can find my brushes that had scraps, and I don't use them. Just one. Okay. Let's move this a little bit out of the way. I'll take my white, my big, it's not the big one, it's the small one, but we gotta do it to both of them anyway, so. And we're going to swirl some yellow. Yeah, that's yellow. Just any way on there. I think that's good. And then we're going to take the pumpkin pie. And swirl some pumpkin pie. See, that's way too dark. But you know, moons aren't, they always have that like haziness around them or whatever. So that could be some of that, which I'm okay with. And like I said, it's a moon. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can even use, if you don't want to use the orange and the yellow, I have used like a gray and a purple, but they don't really, they don't really match this decor. So, okay, got that done. I'm going to take the smaller moon, and I'm going to, I wanted it here like this. So I'm going to just put some adhesive in that little quadrant there. I'm going to add my tree, my spooky tree. What's the back? This is it. This is a great tree. Let's see here. Okay, I add my tree like that. Oh, I love it. Alright, and then I have, oh, I didn't do this. Do this on camera, I guess. So I want this to be about that big. So it looks like I'm going to slice off. I'll just make a little, see if I can get that. I'm going to slice it with my trimmer. It looks like it's maybe 3/4 of an inch. It's kind of a lot. Let's go a little bit more than half. All right. And then this is going to go here. I'm going to stamp the Boo to You. It's off to the side. Stamp Boo to You, and let's see, that is from my Oh My Fright stamp set. I'm going to get the Boo to You. I'm going to stamp that in Versamark and use the white embossing powder. Let's see here. And all that is right here. I should probably use a rosin rag. Rosin bag. I heard somebody say that they chuck it up real good. Okay, we're going to chuck it up real good. And my Boo to You Versamark. And stamp that. Looks a little crooked. But yeah. And I'm going to pour my white. And get that picked up. And gun, the heat gun, and we're gonna heat this up. There we go. There we go. Ah! Messed mine up. It's frightful. It's spooky. Okay, blue to you. Let me get a ghost. Let me get this smaller ghost. We have a smaller ghost. And I'm just going to glue impartially on there. First part out of the way. Let him like that. And then I want this glued down. Let's see if I can, yep, so you can get that powder off. Now I did that on the lighter side of the two-tone black. So if you want to take note when you do yours, and I think I'm going to come all the way down to the bottom of the orange piece we just put on there. Okay, so that front is done. The only other thing we need to do is add the bats to this. I think. Oh no, we got to do the. Okay, but let me get the bats up. One, two. Is that all I got? Should be three. Oh, there they are. Okay. And I just want to glue the bats on, and it looks like some of them don't have their eyes stuck out, punched out. There's my drawer. Your pick tool. And let's get that out. We'll glue him. This one doesn't have any of his eyes poked out, so really should be red behind there, but I'm gonna let it be like that. Okay, let's get a little bit of glue. Already. We got to take the, so I took the other Everyday Arch. I crumpled mine up, and so I crumpled it. I didn't really tell you to do that in the thing, but I crumpled it just so that it would make marks on it that I could did I use this or did I use my, I think I used my black. Let me get my black, my black blend, and I just put R-I-P, and then I followed some of the, like, you know, like it's cracked and it's old, and okay. I don't know if it needs to be that tall, I can't remember. Let's see if this will show me. I think I probably cut it down some. Did I? Not very much. I can just snip that off if you think it needs to be. And then glue the other, what is it? Ghost. Ghost. Where's my stuff? Right here. And the ghosts were just fussy cut out of the front of the DSP. So I want to make sure that this ghost is going to go on here. I probably should put my RIP and all that up a little bit higher, but I'm going to do it like this, so it's completely on there. And then we're going to glue the cat in the hat, cat in the witch's hat, to this piece of paper. Okay, so now all your elements are done. Just gets glued like that. And let's set them off to the side and the front. And let me move this and get the glue to you off of there. I also stamped the on the inside. I stamped the web and Happy Halloween. Okay, so now you have these pieces. You should have 3 of these for each card. This is 1.5 by 6.5. 1.5 by 6.5, scored at 1 inch, 2 3/4, 3 3/4, which is this one, and then 5.5. And then you're supposed to make like a little mark at 4 3/4 and a little mark. Then you fold it like this. Mine is really beat up. You fold it like this, and then you mark at 1/2 inch. And then you score those pieces. So mine is messed up here, but I'm gonna go with it. And then I said fold this piece over and glue it. Okay, so we're gonna do that with this one. I hope I showed you in the tutorial what I'm talking about mostly when we're using it. So this is the arrow, or the dent maybe I said? I don't know. Okay, we want that, put it down. Okay, so we do that to each one. So see, mark it at 4 3/4, mark it at 1/2 inch when it's folded like this. And then you just, let's fold our pieces down. Fold this. There's another one in there, but yeah, I guess we can fold that. And then these, just kind of work it. Sorry. Just kind of work it so that you have, it should easily bend. There we go, there we go. See? Just easily bends like that. Get my and then fold that, glue that. This is a really neat card. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did. I mean, yes, I obviously followed some other people's things, but you know, I made it mine. Well, I had one already done for my pictures, but I wanted to show you. Okay, so we're going to take the top layer of the card base. No, yes. We're going to take the card base, and then we're going to add this. So when I flip it over, you have this big square here. Let's see, can you see the square? You can see it in the tutorial, but there's like this is the square that you're going to put glue on. So we're just going to add glue. Don't get it over on that. Yeah, we don't want that on there. And then we're going to take it, and it goes all the way to the corner, on the bottom and on the sides, all the way to the corner. You hold it there for a couple of seconds here, and then we're just going to add glue only to this side here. Don't touch that line there. Oh, we need to add in our little wiper arms. It doesn't matter how tall they are because we're going to cut them down. But you are supposed to put glue in this little see. You're supposed to put glue on that one that's closest to the card. If you can get it in there. And then take one of your wiper blades, and it's supposed to form like a right angle. Just hold that like that, and then we can put this piece on top, and I will show you how it works. Okay, let's let that sit there for a minute. We can just go ahead and do the other ones. Okay, so we're gonna flip it down. Here's my big square. That all the way down to the right hand corner, stacked on top of the other. I'm going to open this up a little bit. See, you can also do it this way. So you know that this is going to go in like this. You can also flip this and then just put glue right here. That might be easier. Forms a right angle, and then we're going to put our glue right here, and we're going to add the other one right on top of it, stacked right on top. And we're going to do the same thing with this one then. I'm going to glue or adhesive or whatever you want to do. Tearing tape, right in this corner, stacked on top. It's like a stack of pancakes. And I'm going to do this. So I know that's a right angle. I'm going to come like this. I'm just going to put a little glue here. Stick that in like that. So that your arms are kind of stacked on top of each other. To put glue right here. Almost messed it up, didn't I? We're going to take our top panel. Obviously, this is going to weigh more than an ounce, so it's definitely going to, if you're mailing it, it's definitely going to need probably a bubble envelope because it's so big. Now, what should happen when you pull this, you see how your wiper arms are moving now. You pull it all the way out. Come on. And then there's your wiper arms. Now, I think this one goes here. So I'm going to tuck it in a little bit. I'm going to put a little glue here. And it doesn't matter which order you put yours on. Put mine like this. I'm just putting it so a little bit of it goes in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off right under there. Okay? So that you don't see it. And then our next one is going to go like this. I'm tucking it in a little bit so that it doesn't get caught up on things. And of course, you know, I can never cut straight, so I don't know if that made it any straighter. So I'm just going to put, I want this down here. If you feel that it needs a little bit more glue, you can put it on your arm, and I don't care. Okay, so then we're going to cut that. I just want to go a little bit underneath there. That doesn't have to be a lot. Make sure that stays. And then we're going to take the moon with the bats. That can go like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so then you can take your white piece, put that in, stamp it however you want to stamp it. Okay? So that is the tiered wiper card. I love it. Okay, sorry. I get a little carried away sometimes. Okay, let's see. Now my next card, or the last card, is a Christmas card. And it is the, what is that? What kind of card is it? It's a, whatever this is called, waterfall. And mine, I'm hoping yours isn't like that, but mine gets a little stuck sometimes. Okay, so what we're gonna do on this, it said waterfall, right? That's what it is. Okay, take your cherry cobbler out, burnish, and then actually this was a Mystery Monday layout. Was it the last one or the one before? I didn't post my last one yet. What is my last one? Let me see. I'll post it, but oh, it's this one. Oh, no. So it was the Mystery Monday before, because this is the Mystery Monday now. And then I'll do a Mystery Monday for tomorrow. Okay. So, if you didn't recognize these measurements, but this is a Mystery Monday layout. And I want this card to open this way. So 4 1/4 by 11 and a half, 11, 4 1/4 by 11. Scored at 5 1/2. So I'm going to take this piece. It's a 1/2 inch strip by 5 1/2. And I'm just going to adhere it to the front of the card. There's no layer, no layer. And then the next one, I don't remember these measurements, but I think I told you in the tutorial that it's the one with the white flowers. And this one kind of gets centered and just barely goes over the other one. And then I have this piece with this piece, so I put this piece on. So your candy cane piece. Goes on this piece. Layered nicely. Oh, I got phrase on that one. Let's see. Okay, then this goes like this. Okay, and then you should have these labels from the Sweet Word labels or something like that. That's my poinsettia and stamp. Let me see what stamp set I use. This one? Of course it's not that one. Hold on a minute. Okay, I stamped 'Tis the Season. Pretty Poinsettia. It's from the Pretty Poinsettia, and it is 'Tis the Season, and I'm going to use that with my Peaceful Pine ink. Not the dies, I need the stamps. Okay, this is the season. peaceful pine. Is that the color I used? That looks like garden green. Maybe I used garden green. Ooh, well, we're stamping it in peaceful pine. I am anyway. Let's see. Okay. And then, so I'll just add this to the green. Of course, the green is up on dimensionals. And what did I do with my dimensionals? Yeah, these labels are awesome. They all fit nicely, and you always have a layer if you want. Love them. I almost didn't get them. Well, I didn't get them when I originally got the Sweet Old Bear. And then I was like, oh man, I think I need those. Okay, so this goes a little off-centered. And then we put our little poinsettia together. Let me get this blue off of here. Okay, so our poinsettia has several layers to it. And this is what that shimmer, it comes with the Sweet for the Sunset Coast. But it's the shimmer, I can't remember what it's called. Shimmer something. You'll see it. It comes with like a light blue, and let me see if I see what it is. Sunset shimmer paper. Okay, so I just like go from the biggest to the smallest when I put these together, and it's not always perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it perfect, but I want it to look a little somewhat nice, right? So I don't know. Try to get them layer on them nicely, I guess. I'm gonna put one of these on the back right now. Okay. And then there is a side that is shimmery and a side that's not so shimmery. So the shimmery side is the side that I wanted to use. And you can see once it's like variegated. I probably should have used there's another, I don't know what you call it. Another pad for the Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine that probably would have made that the variegation stand out a little bit more. Didn't realize it until I was already done. So just a little dab will do ya. Oh no, mine's not staying. When I first did it, I just used I think I just used white paper and then colored it with my shimmer, my blush. And then I realized I had this paper. So I don't know if maybe blue dots might work better. Like I said, I didn't. I'm gonna put it down on my page, on my card. Then I'm gonna add the gold inside. No, you know, I told you before that when I mess something up, it's the one I use for my demonstration. So that one's got a little piece missing. Come on. There we go. I'm just going to take a little bit of glue. Actually, I probably should have done it together. I think one's a little bit bigger than the other. So I'll put the one that's a little bit bigger than the other on first. I know I have tweezers. Probably easier to pick it up with tweezers. Or maybe not. that's messy. There we go. Okay, that's the front. Now, I just want to make sure that that's going to stay. It does look much better with this paper. Wow, I love that. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. And then we're going to take the bigger. This is the stitched. It's on the paper. Stitched. What is it called? Stitch Season. I felt like this other side needed a little something, so I'm like, well, let's just put a piece of DSP on there. All right, then you should have, you have a 1-inch cherry cobbler strip, and you should have 4 of these. They're not squares, they're more like rectangles, square rectangles. It's 2 7/8 by 2.5. And this is the long piece, that's the piece at the end, and this is your mechanism. Okay, so we're going to, let's move all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so this piece is, oh, and I messed mine up. 9.5 by 2 7/8, and it is scored. Let's see if I can find my notes on this one to tell you the, in case you want to make it. What was it I said, a waterfall card? Make it waterfall. There we go. Okay, so it's scored at 2, 2 3/4. Just this one. 3.5, just this one, 4 1/4, just that. Okay, so your white piece goes here. So if you want, you can put that in now, or you can stamp on it, or whatever. This is where your long, skinny piece goes. Okay, and then your other pieces. Okay, so this piece I said to put adhesive on both sides. So there's some for that side and some for that side, and nothing in between. And it goes like this. So that this piece, okay, once that is stuck, that doesn't look even. Once that is stuck, this piece will slide in there. But it's gonna get, so we're gonna put adhesive right here to go right here. So you don't want it out of the card, you want it like flat and even. So I'm just going to flip up this last one here, and I'm going to put glue here. Can you see that? Am I out of frame? Sorry about that. Oops. Okay. So this should work like, yay, and then, oh, see, I got to do a little wiggle room, but I screwed mine up, so I don't know. Make sure you glue that white piece or adhere it so that it doesn't try to come up. Does that make sense? Okay, so then we have these pieces, and we've got these, this tape all came from the designer series paper. So I want to put mine, I like, okay. You can add other papers to the background. If you don't like any of these, then you can, you know, put a white piece, and so that you can stamp or write or do whatever you want on your card. But these should go in the middle of your little squatty rectangle here. And then the last one, let's see, these go like this. Doesn't matter how that one goes with this, because it's going to go like that. And then this one, you want to be able to read. I put Miriam Bright on mine. Now you can stamp or write or do whatever you want. But this is the one that's got like a little what's the word I'm searching for? Sentiment on it. Okay, so got all these envelopes over here by me, and they're driving me nuts. Okay, let me see. Let's just make sure our card goes like this. Mine's different. That one was different. Sorry about that. But we pull. Yeah, so mine are, yes. So they go like this. Oh, see, I was going to do it wrong. That's not right. Okay, whatever. Because it starts with this, and maybe I should have done it the other way. Maybe not. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put adhesive on this, and I'm going to stick that down flush with the top of the score line. So hold this down a little, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Flush. Put it out again. And it's going to go on this one right here. I want to make sure that it stays where it's supposed to. See, then they can turn the card this way. Once they pull it, turn it that way, and then you'll have this sentiment right here on this one. Okay, so we're just going to put that. So that one doesn't move. If you want another picture there, you can put another picture there. Hey, that'd be an idea. Put like a family picture or something there. Okay? And that's your waterfall card. So you've got the front, you've got this, and I just didn't stamp. I just didn't stamp on this one, and then this goes like this. And my other one goes like this. My other one goes like this, so you're looking at it this way. Pull it, and then you write this way. So you can do it either way. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And that's it. And I thank you so much for your patience. Look at how much better this poinsettia looks than that one. I thank you so much for your patience and you know, with me, and I'm going to try to be on track. So I'm hoping to get June's card kit done this week and mailed out, hopefully by the weekend. If not by the weekend, then maybe Monday. Okay? So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for your orders and for helping me out. I appreciate it. Bye now.